All right, hole 7. We're right. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Welcome back to NAD. Just playing with you because, of course, my last video ended with me on hole 6, and I'm gonna pick up right again on hole 7. Still doing blue tees, and I'm still gonna do 2 throws off of each tee pad. So I'm gonna do a backhand and a forehand off of each tee pad, and probably just continue doing California style doubles through the whole hole, through the rest of the round. So if you haven't seen the first half of this video, you don't have to, because it's just the same thing as I'm about to do. But it might make more sense. I don't know. Maybe not. So, hole 7. I'm actually about 15 or 20 feet closer, but it's turned about 45 degrees to the left, and it's off to the right. So the idea is that you're actually throwing more of a forehand shot down the hill instead of throwing the backhand to curve right. If you got cheeky, you could actually still stand at the back of this tee pad and go down that backhand hyzer route. I'm not going to try that though. I kind of want to see if I can follow the line that's set here. So on a forehand, I'm going to go a runway. I'm going to try to pump it as straight and far straight as I can and just trust that it's going to dump hard to the right down the hill. And then backhand, I'm going to go with my, I keep forgetting what disc this is. It's a proxy. I'm going to go with my proxy on backhand because I'm going to try to turn this over, and with that turnover shot, I just don't want it to go way too far. So I want it to skid up. If I'm short with it, I would prefer that. I've ended up on the swamp on the other side of this road before. I don't like it. So I'm going to go backhand first. Of course, no warm up. So I'd like to think that after 6 holes, I'd be warmed up, but I think I went all the way down to the road. I think I ended up to the right of the basket and down on the road or so. I hope I didn't go all the way past. I'd hate to lose a brand new disc. All right, now let's try the forehand. I gotta kind of come over this side. Oh, that was bad. Oh, but it squeaked by. It's probably gonna be still up the hill because I didn't have enough height to get it to dump all the way down, but it won't be bad. Okay, so the shot I had with the runway was exactly what I thought. It was like right in line with the basket, but straight up the hill, probably 60 feet. This one's more like 30 feet, so about half the distance, but I got to shoot right between these trees. Now, if I straddle just a little to the left, and you know I like the straddle putt, then I can put that basket right in between the trees, and I feel like it's a decent shot. And just about 30, 32 feet, something like that, right at the edge of the circle. So we're going to try this. Also, clearly, this did not go past the road. I'm very glad about that. I also think that if I had thrown that exact same shot with the owl, I might have been parked. That would have been great. Oh, nope. Nope, that was too low. Hole 8, 381. Pretty much a flat shot. Follow the path. That's all there is to it. Except that it is turn to the right and then down another 300 feet or so. So you got about 80 to 100 feet up, turn right, 280, 300 in. I feel like if I had the 400-foot range, I feel like the backhand turnover would be the best shot. Through with a little bit of anhyzer, just a little bit to get it to drift right, and then just as it just skirts the tree line, fade back to the left, you'd end up a little bit left of the basket. I don't have that power, so my goal instead is to get around the corner and up. I'd love to be 50 feet ahead of the red tee pad. That's really all I'm really shooting for, because from there I think I can make it to the basket and hopefully get my 3. So on backhand, I'm going to go with the Insanity, try to put a little bit of Anheuser on it. Luckily, the Insanity does come out just a little bit, so hopefully Anheuser it, and then it should drift back on the right, or back to the left, and end up on the left side. For forehand, I'm going to go with the Diamondback. My goal is to try to just pump it basically straight at that hillside. If I make it to the hillside and just bounce, great. If I start fading, it should fade into the road, hopefully not into the swamp on the right. So we're going to go backhand front first. Oh, that was terrible. Oh. Oh, that's not a good place to be. I need something better from the forehand. I mean, that's pitch out area. I'm tucked in behind the red basket. That's not good either. Whew, those are both ugly. My disc is about 3 feet ahead of the red tee pad and 15 feet to the left. It's better than what the Diamondback was. The backhand throw with the Insanity was better. It's not as pinched off in there as I thought it was. It's still not good. The way I've got it laid out, though, I can't really get a shot of me throwing and where it's going to go. So I've just set the camera up here on the tee pad. I'm going to be throwing from out of frame. You'll see the disc, though. So first, I'm going to do a flex forehand with the Diamondback. That was too much flex. Oh, it's a roller. I hope I know where that went. All right, now I'm going to do just a nice hyzer with the Insanity. That's going to end up on the left side. Hopefully that came down the hill. Okay, so this one ended up pretty much in the clear. Just hit this log here. Should be able to get up and down for my bogey, I would think, especially with 2 shots here. So I'm going to go backhand with the proxy, forehand with the owl. Oh no, I clipped the branches. I still think I'm going to have a putt there from there, though. Oh, this is an awkward forehand. Come out of it. Come out of it. And that should be an easy putt. I suppose I could have just called this a tap in. Hole 9, 275. Bass is just right up there with about 4 massive trees right in the middle of the fairway. From here, there never is a really good backhand hyzer line or anything like that. I'm going to try to go with a backhand just kind of straight up the gut, just to the right of the dead tree, and let it fade down to the left a little bit with the jackalope. On a forehand, I'm going to try to go left of the dead tree and hopefully hook up into the middle somewhere just after that. Yeah, I don't think I really have a play for the basket on this one. Ooh, I got the Anheuser I wanted on it. Oh. It hit a tree right as it was coming to the ground, which is great, so it didn't skip down the hill. I'm pretty close to exactly where I was trying to go. It wasn't exactly the route I wanted to go, but I got there. Also, maybe it's just me, but it looks like that dead tree has an extra layer of material taken off of it. Looks like that thing's been getting beat up again, like a real rough. Come on out of it. Come on out of it. I think that's actually a little bit further left than the jackalope, but it is ahead of it, so I'm not sure which is going to be better. So the forehand ended up probably only, I don't know, 15, 20 feet ahead of the jackalope. It is further left, but the jackalope was dead center behind this tree off to my right. So this one's much more in the clear. I'm gonna go backhand, proxy, forehand, owl, just like normal. This is like a awkward distance, just a little bit longer than I try to putt, but it's a little short for a throw. Well, that should be pretty easy to get in. All right, let's try actually running this little. Oh, threw it at the ground. Hit the pole. Nice. All right, hole 10, 234. Man, I don't know that I like that hyzer line. It's there, but it's real narrow if you got to get right of this tree and then not hit those. I think I'm going to probably go for a backhand, throw the jackalope at it a little bit, and hyzer, try to flex it to the left of those middle trees. And then forehand, I'm going to try to do a very similar path. I'm going to basically just take probably the jet, I think, and just pump it at the dead stump up here on the left as hard as I can, straight. Try to get it as straight as I can. And then it'll fade, probably end up on the hillside somewhere. Hopefully. Oh, that's a lot more hyzer than I meant to put on it. Wow, and that didn't hit anything. That is... Actually, that could have a shot at the basket. But that is way off to the right down the hill. I'm going to be contending with some bushes over that, too. Oh, that's too much anhyzer. I'm up at the top of the hill, way to the left. So what do I want, way right or way left? So the backhand with the jackalope ended up being a better shot than the forehand with the jet. I feel like I'm just on the edge of my putt range. I do have to get over this bush here, but I want to give it a little bit of a run because I really think that anything else I do is not going to be any better than trying to putt it. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try a little anhyzer putt here. That wasn't anhyzer. I mean, it was the right power, but that wasn't anhyzer. That was barely any anhyzer, though that floated down right next to the basket, I think. Hole 12, 258 according to the sign. This is another one of those where the blue tee pad is just straight 50 feet behind the red tee pad. Because the red tee pad's just right here in front of us. I, even from the red tee pad, have never really loved this hole. It's very much a just try to throw it straight through the woods, and you're probably going to hit something. Kind of a poke and hope. There is actually a pretty decent fairway on a hyzer line for forehand or for left-handers. I've never hit it. Never hit it. So I guess we're going to see if I can hit it today. I doubt it. I'm going to go jackalope on backhand, try and just go straight up the gut, and I'm going to go insanity on forehand. I need to actually put a little hyzer on this so it doesn't just turn to the right. And I'm going to hit that tree. Whew, that's not a pretty spot to be. Dang. Well, at least that's more centered in the fairway. All right, so I thought I was going to like the forehand throw better because it was more in the middle, but actually coming off to the left created a bit of a corridor here for me to use that's better than what it was in the middle of the fairway. So I'm going to go exactly the same things, jackalope right backhand, insanity forehand. I'm going to try to do the backhand with a little bit of hyzer to try to get it straight and then fade. Maybe this is the wrong disc for that now that I think about it, but we're doing it anyways. Oh, that wasn't the right release angle. Whoo, that's not good. All right, let's see if the insanity can save the day. If you don't, oh, I mean, that's a putt. It's not a close putt, but it's a putt. All right, well, this is a little bit better than I thought it was. Not much. And I get 2 shots at it. Well, good thing the first one works. Hole 12, 318 feet. The sign up there on the red pad that's right in front of us says 225. So that means this is what, 93 feet longer? 93, I think that's right. They did move the basket just a little bit closer though. A few weeks back, the basket's a little closer. It's probably only 20 or 30 feet closer, so it means it's probably just under 300 if I had to guess. I don't know what the updated number is. Hopefully UDisc has it. Speaking of UDisc, I've always been rating my putting my numbers down based on what UDisc says, and I gotta say I'm not sure I trust them. The numbers on UDisc. There's a couple different holes where like the distance between the red pad and the blue pad is quite a lot different. And then I happen to know, because I've played them both, those pads are not 40 feet different in distance. They're 10 or 15 feet different. For example, hole 2, I was looking, and you just says that it's like, I want to say you just said it was like 40 feet longer, but standing on that tee pad, you're actually very slightly in front of the red tee pad. So it doesn't make any sense at all. Anyways, I'm still going to keep using UDisc because I don't have any other better resource. Backhand, I'm going to go with backhand, I'm going to throw the Jet. And then forehand, I'm going to go with the Insanity. Oh, I turned it. Oh, that's in some ugly stuff there. I was trying to throw that flat, and that is a little bit understable disc, so I actually managed to turn it. I didn't want to do that. All right, let's try the forehand. I am not confident on this shot. Especially if I do the, oh my gosh, where is that going? Okay, so this is into these bushes so bad. There really is not a forehand throw here. So as I've said before, if there's only one option on the throw, I'm not going to force myself to do something that just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to do 2 backhand throws here. I'm going to try the jackalope to try to do something that's going to hold the line. And I'm also going to try to do an anhyzer with the diamondback. Well, it held the line and right into that tree. All right, let's try the anhyzer. That wasn't anhyzer. All right, so this isn't very pretty. It's kind of a putt. Man. All right, well, we're going to be interesting here. We're going to go for a turbo. That was an ugly turbo. It's right there, though. Oh, that was close. To be honest, I'm a little bit bummed. I wanted to try to get through the other 12 holes out here today, and it's just not going to happen. I've only got about It took me probably an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through those 6 holes. Just a little busier out here. Got a few people that had to play through. Also, definitely had more bad shots. Had to go hunting for some discs. So, definitely played slower. And it is time to go get my kids from school. And they're more important than getting the other 6 holes in. Just letting you know. So, I guess we're going to stretch this into 3 videos. And I want to say thanks so much for coming along for the ride, and I hope you have a great day.